Hello, Internet. So before I start, I don't know if my audio on my mic is going to be like super loud here because it's not like I haven't adjusted it properly. I'm just using plug and play. Like I plugged it in, I turned it on, and my Turtle Beach USB headset died on me. So I'm using a 3.5 millimeter connection headset. So hopefully it works. The audio is fine. And if it's, all over the place, sorry, or just super loud. Anyway. So this is going to be a quick video about the delisting that we're going to be going through on Xbox with the games on the marketplace on Xbox 360. Like you're not going to be able to turn on your 360 and like go to the thing and be like, oh man, let me check out some games, and be like, oh yeah, let me just browse the games and check out the on-demand new releases from 20 whatever. Let's just check the first one, right? Like options. Oh, okay. There's no like. Is there a release date? It should. Daylight Riptide. Details. Does it have a date? No. All right. Whatever. So yeah, no. Anyway, I was kind of hoping that would be on there. So I wouldn't. Anywho. Just going through some games here that like you might want to like check out before they're gone forever. You could also look it up on Steam. If it's available, maybe on GOG. I haven't done the due diligence. Sorry to do it in advance. I'm just showcasing the stuff on the Xbox that's like getting delisted because I don't usually go to PC online storefronts to look for console games. So yeah. Anyway, so I haven't used this in like forever, so I kind of like forgot. Like I think Xbox Live Arcade is just like the smaller games that are downloadable that you can play. Whereas like on demand, there's like a full size like console release that you can like go and get. In the interest of time, however, so I already like looked through all the A through Z to like check to see like what was what was still on here and like what was going away. So, but then also I want to point out that there are some games on here because I'll be doing a part 2 to this video because I don't I like don't know. Okay, it's not like I don't know how. It's just I can't be bothered to edit this together with another video to make it parts 1 and 2 combined into one video. So this is going to be part 1 on the 360 side, and we'll do part 2 on the Series X side. But you've got Blinks the Time Sweeper. Like this is on the oh, apparently I've got this, but this is on the Series X's storefront, so you're not going to miss it. Like there's certain stuff that's going to be around still in the backwards compatible section of the Xbox Series X and Series S storefronts. I think also Xbox One. It's kind of confusing, but like they're like I'll just call those and like refer to them as safe because they're safe. They'll still be up. Like Breakdown, it'll still be on there. There's a message I have. I'm not sure if I can get it here. Let me see. Because I got a message. No, cool. I'll show it on Series X then, where like they sent out like a system-wide thing where it's like starting in June or July of 2024, which is this year, they're gonna like get rid of all these or delist all these things. But basically, the game I'm going to specifically have be the example is Burnout 3 Takedown, which in my opinion is like one of the best in the series. What? Oh no. Maybe it already got delisted. But yeah, basically Burnout 3. This is on the 360 marketplace, if it would load, to like buy. And I don't own this yet, so if it would load, please. Thank you. So it's $10, $9.99, and I can pick it up on here. But if I were to turn on my Xbox Series X and then look for this, it's not on there because it hasn't been moved forward or whatever, or brought forward. And so like the main thing I'm trying to get through in this video is that we're basically at the whims of the publishers here as far as like will we see these again ever? And like when we do, like what version are we going to get? You know, like is it going to be the version that was on the PS2 and Xbox, OG Xbox, the original Xbox? I'll just call it that, original Xbox. Or will it be like, 4K remaster where they like redo some of the assets, some of the graphics, so it's not exactly the same, or it could be a complete remake, like the recent Dead Space and Resident Evil 1 through 4 right now, and then Final Fantasy 7. So yeah, we'll see. But Burnout Revenge, I actually have this. And then funnily enough, I've not played it. But this is on Series S and X, so that this one's safe. But I will be showing in the next video though how to like check, because there's a backwards compatible section on the Xbox Series S and X store. I'm gonna guess it's also an Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, you can just go there and check, and then you can go ahead and if you feel like it, check like Steam or GOG. But I don't think this is on there. I would do like a third video of like me just like looking up stuff on Steam and GOG, but that doesn't seem like a very you know I don't. It's like yeah. It's like it takes like what, a mouse click and a couple of keystrokes. Okay, maybe not like a couple, but just like just typing in a thing. But yeah. In the interest of time, I had already pinned a bunch of stuff to the to my. Well, I don't know where they went though, because I don't know where it goes, because I never actually pinned stuff on this thing. But I had pinned stuff, and I was going to show basically a bunch of the games that are like leaving that you should check out if you still got access to your Xbox 360. I think you can still get it through the web, maybe on the through a browser. Jeez. I mean, some of these I've still not played. There in my backlog, like El Shaddai. I would like to get that. I would like to play through that before the one coming out soon. That's like a remaster. It's like it's coming to the Switch. And like for me, it's like if something comes to the Switch and you haven't played it and it's in your backlog, you just know it's not going to be played. So that's something I should definitely check out. Or get through for sure. Where is the games I pinned? I'm not sure because I never use it. So sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, dude, what the what? Because yeah, there's a thing where you can like pin a game, right? And like, I don't know what it did, but yeah, man, I pinned a bunch of stuff and like I don't know where it's at now. So hold on, home. Oh, my pins. There we go. Sorry, I haven't used this, but yeah. So these are games that, in my personal opinion, are worth checking out before they get delisted, to save us some time. Except basically just like I've already gone through the story A to Z to like look. There's 9 here, so if I add one more that's like 10, it would have been a nice little top 10 thing. But it's like, dude, it's like I couldn't. I mean, whatever. There's probably stuff on there I'd be like, I guess whatever. But anyway. Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena. That's not been brought forward, I believe. On Series S and X, it's not backwards compatible, so you can't just like pop it in. Oh, also, there's a list on the Xbox website. You can just like type in backwards compatibility. You can just like Google like Xbox Series X backwards compatibility. They have a search thing on their site, or they've got like a listing of all the backwards compatible games for like OG Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. I think most of the Xbox One games are backwards compatible. That was like the thing that set it aside from PS4. It was like PS4 is like a weird thing. It was like 90% or something. But then on Xbox One, it's like all of them. I think there's probably like a few exceptions anyway. But yeah, this is mostly going to cover 360 and OG Xbox games. So Beautiful Katamari. I was looked this one up on Wikipedia, and I believe Well, I'd have to look it up again. I did my research like weeks ago, so I'm sorry. I don't remember, but there's like another beautiful Katamari, but it's like the PSP version or something, or it's not the same thing as this one. So it's not like future parody. It's not one to one the same. But if you're a fan of Katamari, I'd say it's worth checking out. Brink, I thought this was a neat game where it's basically like you got two campaigns, and it's a multiplayer shooter, but you can populate the lobbies with bots, and then there's different character types that move through the game or the environments in the game differently, because it's kind of like a parkour / Mirror's Edge traversal. Except in this one, you got like more guns, obviously, than Mirror's Edge, because there's more shooting. But I enjoyed it. Funny story is I actually bought this game when it came out. Well, not when it came out, but at some point I picked this up on 360. But I picked up another game at the time that was new, and I was playing that. And I got it from GameStop. And then when I went to play the 360 version, and I opened the case, it was the PS3 version. So I think I'd already picked up the PS3 version. So I have two of the PS3 version of this game, or I just had the PS3 version. I don't remember. Anyway, it's on. I think this one's on Steam actually, so it's semi-safe if you have a PC that can run it. Burnout 3, I've already talked about this one. Child of Eden, this game is from, maybe if I go to the details, right, it'll say, because I'm trying to think of the name of the guy, but it's not coming to me. But there we go, Tetsuya Mizuguchi, so that's the creator of Rez, made this, or helped develop this game. I haven't played it, so I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy Rez, so I imagine it's very visually, satisfying and just an interesting, game to check out. I mean, that being said, it's $30. I mean, that's like the one good thing about like all these games on here is like they're pretty old, so none of them I don't think are like full price 60. Wait, what? This item is no longer available. Oh, cool. I guess the purge has already started. Dude, I was gonna pick that up. Now I'm kind of annoyed, dude, because it's like yeah, there's no effing warning as far as like, oh, this is getting removed in XYZ days if it's on your thing. Well, there goes Assault on Dark Athena. I'm okay on the semi bright side. You can also check eBay, because this is from like back in the day, back in the era when physical releases were a thing. But yeah, beautiful Katamari, $20. Let's just check the prices on all these real quick as I go through them. I don't know or remember how much Dark Athena was. It might be on Steam. There was a remaster of it that came out later on, I think. So it might be on Steam or GOG. Anyway, bring $20. You know what? It's kind of weird. This is published by Bethesda, I think. Okay, Splash Damage. That's one of their internal first-person studios at Bethesda. I mean, I'm not sure it's like at Bethesda, but they like worked with them a lot. Like it's one of the id teams, but or not id, but like just like a lot of shooter developers on that team, because that's like all they make is shooters. But I'm surprised this isn't on Game Pass, so or like whatever. But anywho, yeah, it's $20. So I'm like 90% sure this is on Steam. I have no idea if people are still playing it, but I enjoyed it. But whatever. I was playing with bots because I don't have a group of friends that plays games with me, so that's like easily available all the time. $10. Burnout 3 is easily worth $10, man. I have this on PS2, which is why I haven't bought it yet on here. I'll probably pick it up just because. I mean, that's the thing, right? For me, it's like, can I just like turn on something and like play something? It's like, I mean, before we got the Retro Tink Upscaler thing, it was getting to the point of like, dude, I've got all these games, and like none of them are like hooked up on the console to like play them, and it's like I might never get to very many of them. But Retro Tink kind of changed the game, so that's a whole other can of worms, though. And then yeah, as we saw, Child of Eden, $30. Dude, I'm upset about the Chronicles of Riddick thing. I would hope like one more of these does not get delisted as I'm looking through them in real time, but I guess we'll see, right? Anyway, Darkstar 1. This game looked neat. I was just looking through games, and I was like, oh, this looks like a effing, let's look at the screenshots, right? Like, you know, it's a ship game. You're you're in a ship, first person style. This is like, you know, for me, like I enjoy games like this, and they don't make them very often. Like, I mean, there was Corvus recently, and then like free. Crap, I'm forgetting the game. It's on my wish list on PS4 or PS5. It's like not Free Space 2, but like Free something something 2 or something something space. I'll look it up on my phone. But basically, you're in space, you're in a ship, you're shooting stuff, doing space missions. So you know, I always enjoyed Wing Commander and Rogue Squadron, and I would always lament the fact that there's not a lot of games like that anymore that come out. I mean, it was actually kind of nice though recently because there are games that like have part of that in them. You know, like the space stuff in No Man's Sky when you're in your ship, or in or when you're playing Starfield, right, and you're in the ship doing stuff like ship combat, like that. Like those parts of the game are like that, but it's not like that's not all the game is. Okay, I just looked it up. It's Everspace 2. That's the one. That's a more recent one. That's also like this. I think it's third person though, but you can probably switch to the first person. Anyway, that's what this little game is. $10. I don't know if this is on Steam. Actually, I think it is because I saw. I looked up. I was trying to look up gameplay for it, and I saw the PC trailer, and I was like, oh, it's probably on Steam or GOG. That being said, I didn't check, so could be wrong. Gaming Minds Studios. All right, Eternal Sonata. This game has been on my like. I've always wanted to go back and play this game. Oh well, I can't play it now. Cool, but you know what? Now that everything's getting like okay, I checked this back in like December, November, and it's January, so stuff is like already getting delisted here apparently. But we're just gonna go down the list of all the games now because it's like get it while you can. Apparently, because it's like the purge has begun. So, Eternal Sonata is also on PS3. But like I said, it's like you know, even though I can't get it digitally, I can check and see if I can find a copy on eBay. But eBay's eBay, so that's a whole other can of worms too. Munch's Odyssey. I think this got put out on. No, that was Stranger's Wrath. Stranger's Wrath got like a bunch of I can't think of the name, but like not remasters per se, but like ports, I guess. But then they're kind of enhanced ports, so I guess it was technically a remaster. But this isn't like the Abe's Odyssey series franchise, if you're a fan of that. I never played it. It was a launch game on the OG Xbox, so I've always wanted to check it out. It's $10. And then lastly, we've got Way of the Samurai 3. And actually, I was on Steam. I typed in Way of the Samurai. And it's on there. It's on there. Not just 3, but 4. So, you know, Way of the Samurai 3, Way of the Samurai 4, $20. Basically, if you're into choice consequence stuff, yeah, it says that your consequences of your actions will determine your fate. So it's basically just like, you know, a non-linear game. You play as a samurai, obviously. And then, depending on what your choices are, you know, you have a different scenario. I'm not sure how the gameplay is. It's probably like not the best of the best, like, you know, Platinum Games or Team Ninja, you know, sweet parry block action, or From Software style. If you're into that, you know, it's probably a bit jank, you know, a bit rough around the edges, but back in the day, we had to take what we can get. Okay, it's like we didn't have Ghost of Tsushima, we didn't have effing you know, stuff like that. I mean, Tsushima to me is like the top of the list because it's just so recent and it was really effing good. I think there's like another samurai game coming out. It's funny because I'm blanking, but it's one of the big PS5 games for the year. But I'm kind of like whatever about it because, I mean, I did just say Team Ninja. It's like, you know, they do good work, but it's just like for me, like if it's not Platinum Games and it's like I see Team Ninja's logo, I'm just like I just internalize it of like, oh, it's not It's not Platinum Games. Eh. You know what? I'll do a second video, this or a third video. This will be part 1. Part 2 will be like checking out the stuff on Series S and Series X. I'm recording this in my, or yeah, I just got an HD60X for Black Friday, so I'm using that, and I'm recording it through OBS. So that's how I'm actually I'm not actually recording it using the software that came with that thing, or with that hardware. So, or the capture utility for it. But yeah, man, I will go through on the games that are still on here because apparently they're like disappearing very very rapidly compared to effing what they were. So we'll see. But yeah, I guess if it says Xbox One, you can probably play it on Xbox One. So Mirror's Edge, semi-safe. I think it's on actually. I think this is on whatchamacallit, but we'll see. But I'm just looking at the most popular. It says 439, so I guess there's 439 games still on the thing until they completely pull the plug. But for me personally, I was annoyed that Splinter Cell is not on here. If I go to A to Z, right? Well, it's either S or T. It's either Tom Clancy or under. We'll see. But yeah, I just, I think Oh, actually, shout out to effing Soccer Slam. If you've not played this one's not on. This hasn't been brought forward. It's not safe. But I did pick it up recently because I was looking up stuff on the internet. And, like, this game came across my thing, and I was like, "Is this what I think it is?" Because there was like a review of it on Extended Play or XPlay back in the day, and I always wanted to check it out. I still haven't played it actually. I should do that. I should do that sometime. But yeah, effing, it's on here, but it's not being brought forward, so it's in danger of being delisted if you're ever into that. But yeah, dude, there's no Splinter Cell the first. Super bummer. You just got Blacklist and Conviction, and actually that was recently that they delisted them because I had them on my wish list on my Series X, and I was going to pick them up eventually, but nope. Ubisoft was like, yeah, we don't want all that money. You can just not. I mean, it's on Steam though, so it's like whatever. But it's just like I prefer to play with the controller. Yeah, Chaos Theory is still up, but the first two, Splinter Cell and Pandora Tomorrow, not so much. This one's what, like $15? Yep. It's kind of wild to me. Like these are all just gonna be gone. It's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, actually, there's like Larian just put out Baldur's Gate 3, right? They're one game, or not one game, but there's a game from them that's on here that's like from back in the day too. I think it's on the Series X store though, like Divinity. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Like I think there's a subtitle. I'm loving Baldur's Gate so much. But yeah, Divinity 2. What's this called? The subtitle. DKS. Well, something. Divinity 2, but this is from Larian. One of their games from back in the day. Before, I mean, I'm not sure if it was before effing whatchamacallit. What's that? What's the I can't think of the name. Divinity? Original Sin? That. Oh yeah, I guess it's the same D word. Well, anyway, it's not loading, so. But there's a bunch of screenshots in the gallery to check that out. There's probably a bunch of stuff on YouTube for people that have played it, that have been down since day one, because we all know who Larian is now, so. Dragon Age, I've not. Dude, I still haven't played Dragon Age. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, but I haven't played any of the Dragon Age games, and I really want to now that I've just fallen head over heels into Baldur's Gate 3. It's apples and oranges. It's not the same thing, but all right, I'm gonna end the video because I'm just talking about games now, and it's gonna go for like way longer if I don't stop myself here. So I'm gonna load up. And yes, this is a legit copy of Cold Step Saga, but I got it on eBay last year. At some point, that's like. Okay, I haven't started like actually getting like a lot of games on eBay, but it's kind of like the last avenue if you can't find a game, and it's kind of that's a whole other can of worms. That's a whole other video for me. Is like if I can't walk into a store and buy a game, and you have a digital storefront on your platform, and the game's not there, I feel like you have failed your audience and your user base. because it's like, dude, effing, yeah, okay. To have like a semi rant about it, it's just like the iTunes model. Like if I go to iTunes, I type in whatever song, it should be on there, or there's Spotify. It's like those two things. It has like pretty good coverage of like what I'm looking for a song. It's like why don't we have that for games? Steam exists, but it's like PC and console are two different platforms, so you're not always gonna have like, parity on like what came out on consoles and what came out on PC during whatever era. And then like before GOG, it was like, well, what if a game's like really old and like the hardware is like, not supported anymore? But then luckily like CDPR jumped in and saved the day on that one. I was going somewhere with what I was saying and I can't remember what I was going to say now. Sorry. I do that a lot. But yeah, man. I was gonna say like, yeah, like Nintendo games, like they're mostly like they don't have a lot of third-party support, so it's like if you're looking for like a Nintendo game and it's like not, it's like a third party and it was never put on like another platform and it's like not backwards compatible on like a current thing or on the Nintendo online paywall, whatever they have, or whatever they're calling it. I traded my Switch into this whole thing. You're pretty effed on like, can you play it on modern hardware? Because yeah, to play an old Nintendo game that you can't find, that's a whole adventure of like hunting it down, trying to find the hardware, trying to find the game, how much will it cost, blah blah blah, and then find an upscaler to like hook it up to a modern TV. That's also a thing. It's like, because 4K TVs, HD TVs, like, it's not always gonna work out for you as far as the getting it to play and like the connections involved and all that stuff. But yeah, it's in like the now time of like, I feel like games are kind of like they're borderline prohibitively expensive if you want to like play the older stuff. But it's like even then, just to like play like the new stuff or modern stuff, it's like, yeah, it's like the hobby is legit expensive now, man. It's kind of bumming me out. But yeah, this is where I'll end it, and I'll pick up on the other side of this on the Xbox Series X store, or just the dashboard, or whatever they call the Xbox menu these days, because I don't know what it's called. So let me stop it here. And yeah, that was part 1, and then I said part 2 and 3, right? Because part 2 is Series S and X, and then part 3 I'll just come back on here and like look through like what's all available. And it'll all be gone by like June or July, which is sad. But at least we can like have the memories of when it was still online. So yeah, until you see or hear from me again, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends or not. That's cool too. I guess I'll repeat myself. And until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And I'm now signing off. And again, if my audio is a bit too high or too low or just not properly adjusted, I just jumped on here to make this video because I've been meaning to make it for like a while, but my USB headset died on me, so I was just like, well, if this works, I'll do it now. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, that's it for the video. Until next time.